YS Sharmila, till a few days ago, was seen as someone who was going to take on K Chandrasekhar Rao and the BRS. And now suddenly, 2 days ago or a couple of days ago, decides that I'm not contesting the elections, I'm supporting the Congress party instead. Welcome, ma'am. What suddenly changed for you to decide that you're not going to fight KCR after series of street agitation saying I'm going to drive KCR out of power? Something seems to have happened.
Right, sir. So, I would like to go back a little in history and state that my father, late Dr. YSR, Dr. YS Rajshekar Reddy, was a congressman for more than 30 years. He fought 10 elections. 9 of them he won out of Congress. And one election, the first election, he contested from a party that later on merged with the Congress. So after winning 10 elections, he served the people in various capacities: MLA, MP, PCC, CLP, and twice the Chief Minister. So for over 30 years of serving the people from the Congress, the people see YSR as a congressman. And I floated a party called the YSR Telangana party after my dad's name. And like it or not, I bear my dad's legacy. And it so happens that in case I contest these elections, the vote share that I am going to get would have originally belonged to the Congress party. In a recent study, it was established that in more than 55 seats, I am going to majorly dent the Congress party, and in more than 20 seats, I am going to actually help Congress lose. So, at this juncture, where Congress has a chance to topple the KCR government, agreed, that chance is not mine, but somebody else has a chance, Congress has a chance, and I decided to take a step back and support someone who has the chance in order to oust KCR's government.
You know what I heard? I heard that the Congress told you, ma'am, that please don't ally with us, but join us. You have to merge your party with the Congress and we will fight together. And you said no. Is that true that you had an offer to merge your party? You were insistent that you wanted to continue as YSRCP Telangana. That's the reason why things didn't work out. And you were hoping to get some kind of a position within the Congress.
It is a fact that I wanted to work hand in hand with the Congress party some way in order to bring down the KCR's government. But somehow for reasons, various reasons, it did not materialize.
No, tell us the reason. Ma'am, tell us the reasons today. What is it? People want to know, why is it that suddenly you backed out? What was the reason why you chosen not to fight the elections?
The people have to know the reasons behind it then. The reason being, after I floated my party 2 years ago, for 2 years, I relentlessly fought for the people of Telangana. When the opposition parties themselves did not know, fine, the government ignored the problems of the people, but even before the opposition parties themselves knew that there was an unemployment issue in the state of Telangana, I went on a 3-day fast for the unemployed youth in Telangana. I continued doing that for 45 Tuesdays. Not only that, we went on a 3,800 kilometer Padayatra. It was a walkathon that was undertaken to highlight the issues, the problems of the people of Telangana. And we walked through the rural parts of the Telangana that nobody ever touched before. And we highlighted the problems the people faced. In every constituency, I spoke about how the people spoke about how KCR failed them. KCR had given them many promises, be it loan waiver to the farmers, be it interest-free loans to the women, be it a house for every, a home for every homeless, the poor, 3 acres of land for the Dalits and the landless, a job for every household, or the unemployment stipend, be it the 12% reservation for the minorities, be it the 10 lakh Dalit Bandhu scheme that KCR launched for the election's sake. So various promises that KCR failed to fulfill. I questioned KCR in every constituency. Not only that, I also highlighted the corruption, the misrule, the misdeeds of the local BRS party leaders. And this nobody had done before. The Congress themselves had not dared to do this. For this, I was harassed, I was abused. In one of the places, the bus in which I was taking a break was even burnt. We were stoned, we were beaten, my party, my cadre. And then a lot of people would have known that I wanted to parade that bus in front of KCR before his home, and my vehicle was being towed away while I was still in the vehicle. All I'm saying is, I'm not bragging that I worked so much. All I'm saying is, we worked relentlessly for 2.5 years on the people's problems. And then we've come to a juncture where Congress actually stands a chance of winning. I do not have any affinity to the Congress party except that I honor it because it's the largest secular party in the country. But the main reason here is that the people of Telangana are going to benefit if KCR does not come back to power. My father used to say one thing. He said, "Paps," that's what he calls me. He said, "Paps, do you know that all the political parties, all the governments, all the communities, everything in this nation is for the people and not the other way around. So everything that is for the people. So no political party is above the people." My father believed this, and that's why my father blatantly fought against his own Congress chief ministers being in Congress itself. So what I'm saying is, the people are supreme. The people come first. So this was a choice made for the people of Telangana. See, when it all boils down, it comes to a point where a man's credibility is only as much as his word. That is the litmus test. That's where the rubber meets the road.
But you've still not answered my question.
I'm coming there, sir.
My question is very clear. If all of this that you've done over the last few years, you took on the KCR government, come election time, you back down and say, I'm supporting the Congress.
Correct.
Is it true that you were offered to join the Congress and you refused the offer? Straight question, straight answer.
I wanted to work with the Congress. I wanted to have an alliance with them. But being a new party, my party is just 2 years young, and we did not even have a symbol that was established. Congress was not keen because they saw the risk of a new party. It is true that they asked for a merger. While the talks were still going on, I was not sure that a party should merge for the reason of one election. Because an election is a very small issue, and it only happens for a time period, a time frame. A party is a much bigger thing than a political interest. So it did not pan out because we did not agree on something permanent.
No, but I really have to press you on this because the buzz is that part of the issue is your brother. He runs the YSR CP. He's the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh. And it would be very awkward to have Jagan Mohan Reddy targeting the Congress every day, taking on the Congress every day in Andhra Pradesh, and in neighboring Telangana, sister has merged with the Congress. Was that part of the problem? How is this relationship between you and your brother? You seem to have separated geographically. It's a very interesting. He takes over Andhra, you take over Telangana. Have the two brother sister come to some kind of an arrangement? And is that the problem?
No, sir. It happens that I have been brought up in Telangana, I have studied in Telangana, I married in Telangana, I bore my son here, I bore my daughter here. I belong in Telangana. My life has always been here. My life has always been here. My past is here. My future is going to be here. I belong here. So there is no way you can connect me to any other place.
You have no connection with Andhra?
I mean,
yes. Your brother is the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh.
Correct.
And you are telling me that you do have no connection. You are.
Let me tell you, sir, every Telugu individual has some connection in Andhra. Am I right or wrong? Every individual, Telugu individual here has some kind of connection to Andhra. We are like brothers and sisters. We are like brotherly states. Like literally, we are like a brother and sister or brother and brother. Telangana and Andhra are like that, and that's what we decided to be, and that's what we decided we will be when we broke away as two different states. And we don't have any problem with that. But where my roots are, where I belong in Telangana. Well, Jagan Mohan Reddy happens to be the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh. And the people of Andhra Pradesh will decide if they want to continue with Jagan Mohan Reddy or the referendum they want to change. They are most welcome to do it. But as far as I am concerned, I am connected with the people of Telangana. I have launched a party in the name of Telangana, which is called the YSR Telangana party. I am here to stay in Telangana. And I am going to continue fighting for the people of Telangana. And my every decision is going to be based in the interest of the people of Telangana.
So for one last time, how does this family equation then work? Because, the brother has made it very clear on more than one occasion. He believes the Congress betrayed YSR's legacy. He's been very clear about that, which is why he formed the party that he did. And the Congress has been reduced to a very minor player in Andhra Pradesh as a result. Do you believe that the Congress betrayed YSR's legacy? Honest answer.
I spoke to the Gandhi family myself. I spoke to Mrs. Sonia Gandhi. I spoke to Mr. Rahul Gandhi. They greeted me very warmly into their homes. When I went to speak about the chance of working together so we could oust KCR together. And when they welcomed me warmly, we actually literally spoke about YSR, about what conspired, what happened and things like that. And they categorically said, whatever happened about whatever happened after YSR's death and what transpired with the family of YSR and them happened very unfortunately, and most of it happened without their approvals. People below them were very manipulative, and they also stated, Mrs. Gandhi also stated that a case was filed against Mr. Rajiv Gandhi after the death of Mr. Rajiv Gandhi. His name was included in the charge sheet after his death, and the same thing happened to YSR. And she said that why would I do such a thing? Because I know the pain it would cause to the people still alive in that family. With all of my heart, I'm saying this here in front of everybody, with all of my heart, I believe that Mrs. Sonia Gandhi and Mr. Rahul Gandhi had nothing to do with it. I believe their innocence. I have made my peace with them. I have gotten over it. And then I became willing to work with them for the interest of the people of Telangana.
You're going very emotional and teary-eyed when you said that just now. because your brother seems to have a different view, as I said. Will you have, therefore, a grand family reunion? Is your mother on board with all of this? Is she
Of
very
course.
clear that, Sharmila can go with the Congress? Jagan can continue to oppose the Congress.
She is, sir. She is a very strong lady.
No,
She understands.
does she share your views on Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi?
You should ask her, sir.
She does.
I think she does.
You think she does.
Well, sir, you should ask her. Maybe one day they will make their peace with her too, like they made their peace with me.
Why, Sharmila, you were in many ways taking on KCR over the last couple of years. I mean, long before many others did, you were among the first politicians to raise issues connected with the Kaleshwaram project. You took the fight both here in Hyderabad to the streets in Delhi. You met the CBI, you met the CAG, you even tried to do a march to Parliament, you got detained. Has it all been worth it? When you don't contest the election, all of the work, you do all the work, now the Congress will win the election. Where will you be left? They are taking the plank now of anti-corruption against KCR.
Doesn't matter who takes it up, sir. It matters that the people of Telangana benefit. Like you mentioned, I'd like to bring to the notice of all of you all here about this great scam called the Kaleshwaram scam. This Kaleshwaram scam, Kaleshwaram is an irrigation project launched by Mr. KCR. It was originally called the Ambedkar Pranahita Chevella project, actually designed by my own father at the cost of 38,000 crores of rupees to irrigate 16,40,000 acres of land. Actually my father spent around 7,000 crores of rupees and did work to that extent also. But after Mr. KCR became the chief minister, the self-declared engineer and the narcissist that Mr. KCR is, redesigned this whole project, calling it the Kaleshwaram project. He hiked the project cost to 1,20,000 crores of rupees and said it would irrigate 18 lakh acres of land. So practically, to irrigate 2 lakh more acres, my dad said 16 lakh acres, and KCR said 18 lakh acres. So for 2 lakh additional land to be irrigated, Mr. KCR was willing to spend threefold, 1,20,000 crores of rupees. And finally, what happened is that in the recent assembly sessions, their minister themselves, in the past 2 recent sessions, once he said Kaleshwaram project irrigated 1 lakh acres, and another time he said it irrigated 1,50,000 acres. So, to irrigate 1,50,000 acres of land, Mr. KCR spent 1,20,000 crores of rupees. He said it would irrigate 18 lakh acres, it irrigated only 1,50,000 acres. And recently, actually before recently, last year, when the floods happened in Telangana, we saw that the pump houses were totally submerged. We saw that because the pump houses were not constructed at a stipulated height, and because the retention walls were not made of concrete, the pump houses were totally submerged by the floods. And very recently, we saw the Medigadda barrage of the Kaleshwaram almost at the verge of collapsing. The National Dam Safety Authority of India recently visited the barrage and declared that there are flaws in planning, in designing, in execution, in operations, in maintenance. Everything of this is flawed, and this barrage is very risky to be used, and the water has to be evacuated immediately, and it is not fit for use at all. So practically, sir, Kaleshwaram project, please allow me, please be patient about this Kaleshwaram project. The nation has to know about this Kaleshwaram project because it is such a huge fiasco. And the money spent on this project was 1,20,000 crores of rupees, out of which 1 lakh crore of rupees came from central financial institutions like the NABARD, PNB, Rural Electrification Corporation, and the Power Finance Corporation. Just imagine 1 lakh crore of rupees, taxpayers' money, our money, the money paid by the citizens of India, was being used pumped into Kaleshwaram project, and thereby it was siphoned off by goons like Mr. KCR and his contractors. Would you believe this? In the state of Telangana, 80% of all the contracts, all the works, be it infrastructure works, irrigation works, even street lights or even school works, benches and things like that, everything is being given to one company called the Mega Engineering Infrastructure Limited. It is Mr. Mega Krishna Reddy's company. He is in the Forbes now as the richest man, one of the richest men. So where is all our money going? Where is India's money going? This is the biggest scam of India. This is the biggest scam because it is the nation's money. And I'm saying all this because the BJP party knows about this. The BJP ministers themselves, Mrs. Nirmala Sitharaman and Mr. Shekhawat, the water resource minister, come to our state and they say that Mr. KCR is using Kaleshwaram project as an ATM. And yet the BJP party does not do anything. Why is my question? What did Mr. Modi say? If you all remember, Mr. Modi said, "Na khaunga, na khane dunga." फिर क्या हुआ मोदी साहब? यहाँ बिंदास केसीआर साहब खाते जा रहे, आप देखते जा रहे.
You see that it's very impressive when you speak with great detail on the project, because it clearly shows that you have actually spent a lot of time looking at the project very clearly. Which brings me back to my question. If you spent so much time, if you've invested so much, if you've got supporters of yours who've come in, who are trying to build a party, suddenly before the election, if you decide, no, I'm not contesting the election, I will support the Congress, what do? Many of them have already left your party. Many district unit chiefs of your party are saying, we don't trust YS Sharmila. If someone just before the election decides, no, I'm not contesting, I will support the Congress, they feel betrayed by you. You took up this cause, and instead of challenging KCR at election time, you backed out.
On the one side, in the state of Telangana, we have the BRS party, which is in nexus with the BJP party. And the BJP party, in spite of knowing all the corruption of KCR, has not been arresting him, has not taken up any action against the corrupt Kaleshwaram project. On the one hand, we have the BJP and the BRS working together. On the other hand, we have the Congress party that almost has the chance of changing the government. I am in the middle. And I stand here as the vote splitter. If I contest this election, I am going to split the anti-incumbency vote, and that is only going to ensure KCR coming back to power. So what am I supposed to do?
You could have joined the Congress.
I do not want to join the Congress for one election. No, that is a major decision. That's a huge decision. Why should I merge or join the Congress just for one election? That's an entirely different topic altogether. We are talking about the election right now. And in this election, it makes more sense for me to withdraw than to contest. It takes a sacrifice, sir. It takes a sacrifice, sir, after having relentlessly worked so hard, so much for so many years. It takes sacrifice for me to do this.
So you've sacrificed in a way your politics because you want to defeat KCR at all costs.
Exactly.
Well, why will people trust you again? Why will people trust you again then? All this effort, they joined you in these agitations.
I pray that the people of Telangana will see through this. If I split the anti-incumbency vote bank, KCR is coming back to power. Just imagine there is a vote bank, an anti-incumbency vote bank that is on par and is able to defeat the KCR. But if I split that anti-incumbency vote bank into half, then it's going to be a split vote share and KCR is going to come back to power. Anybody who understands math understands this. I am making a sacrifice here, sir, after relentlessly working. Do you know that walking 3,800 kilometers of Padayatra, the amount of strain it causes to the body, the amount of the effort I put into it,
no, I have no doubt about that.
All of this is probably going to go waste. All of this is probably going to go waste. Probably people are not going to remember. Probably this is the political suicide for me. But the need of the hour is to change the government. What do you want me to do?
Well, what choices you make are your own. I can't dispute those choices. I want to ask you something. Your father was a towering leader of this part of the country, and it's a bit of a googly question. YS Rajshekar Reddy was still around, do you believe that Telangana and Andhra Pradesh would have split into two states? Honest answer.
Probably not. Why? Because he knew from day one that it is impossible to split these two states equally, doing justice to both the sides. It was impossible. And when finally the division did happen, it did not happen equally. That is a fact.
You think the Congress in that sense betrayed YSR's legacy by virtually endorsing the Telangana statehood demand? The same KCR is the beneficiary. The same KCR who today you are opposing is the biggest beneficiary of the decision to split the state into two.
I am not one to say if the Congress's judgment was right or wrong, but since it happened, I can only say that it is the fact, it is the truth that we are having to live with two different states now, and we should just accept it as God's will.
What now? If I look ahead, here is in a male-dominated state, at least you had a woman politician standing up. Very few do. Are you now going to retreat back? Are you still going to be in politics? How is this going to all play out? Is this the end of your political career, or you're hoping for another innings?
No, sir, this is definitely not going to be the end of my political career. Here in Telangana, we have the BRS party and the BJP party in a nexus. Mr. Modi said he is going to be the Chowkidar. My question is, what happened, Mr. Modi ji? Please awake the Chowkidar in you. There is so much of corruption here in Telangana. I am going to stay here in Telangana. I am going to fight for the people of Telangana. Now I am fighting against the BRS party. Maybe in the future, if Congress does not fulfill its word, maybe I will be fighting against the Congress party as well. But I am here to stay as a daughter of Telangana.
You're saying you're here to stay as the daughter of Telangana. If I don't see a grand Congress family reunion, will I see a grand family reunion of YSR's family? Because from time to time, you've made comments that have been interpreted as anti-Jagan, or comments have been made by his aides that have been interpreted by you as questioning your decision to join politics. Will we see a grand family reunion ever?
Sir, nothing is impossible. See, even in a family, there are people in different professions. It's possible for members of the family to function differently professionally. Family aside, sir, our politics is professional.
Your politics is professional. So you keep politics apart. You all may have political differences, but personally, you all are still brother and sister who have a deep relationship with each other.
That's what God decided. We don't decide who should be our siblings. That's what God decided, and I think we should let it be.
Did you ever consult your brother in taking any political decisions?
No, sir, I did not. Neither did I consult anyone when I planned to marry the man I married.
That's good. Did you consult your mother at all? She's seen as the matriarch in a way of this YSRCP.
Yes, she was appraised and she approved.
Okay. What is it about then YS Sharmila that we don't know as we end? We only know you at the moment either as sister of Jagan Mohan Reddy or aspiring Telangana politician. What is it about you that we don't know? Is there inside you someone who, if let's assume the Congress wins, KCR is defeated, will you then seek to join hands with the Congress post-election, or will you try and be this anti-corruption crusader? Governments can change, corruption will continue in this country.
I do not know the future, sir. I do not know what the future holds, or I cannot say what decisions I will make. But I can just say one thing. While I was growing up, even unto the last years of my dad's life, I have been very close to my dad. My dad used to explain various things to me. I mean to say that we were connected in the soul. My dad spoke very freely with me about various issues, and everything that I have learned and everything that I am because of what I've learned from him and what was imparted to me by him. So all I'm saying is, I know I bear the legacy of my father, and I will do my very best to be very faithful to that man.
It's a very interesting story in a way, the family legacy being split apart across two states geographically between brother and sister. And we'll have to see how this plays out. But YS Sharmila, you've come before us and you've explained your story, and I think you've given us an important news point in a way that you actually have made peace with Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi. I don't know how your brother will react to that, but we will leave that for another day. I recall interviewing your late father many years ago, so you've aged me in a way uh, by uh, by being here today. I wish you all the very best. We will wait closely to see what you do next and whether your anti-corruption campaign against KCR, as your campaign actually delivers on the ground at election time. Ladies and gentlemen, YS Sharmila of the YSR TP Telangana unit.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.